Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the post-game press conference of the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup matchup between Serbia and South Sudan. Currently with South Sudanese coach Royal Ivy and player Kwani Kwani. We'll have an opening statement from player Kwani Kwani and then coach Royal Ivy, and then time for questions from the press. Please kindly ask that your phones are on silent. Kwani Kwani, tough game. Just an open statement from your team's performance, please.
No, it was a very, very tough game. Serbia is a great team, very experienced team. For us, we played hard, we gave it our best. But kudos to Serbia. That's, what we expected from them. Open shots, they're knocking down their threes. And, they just stayed together, ran their plays, and continued to fight until the end of the game. But, our guys played hard. We take this as a learning curve, learning process, and we're just going to continue to get better and take away from this.
Thank you, Kwani. Coach, just an open statement from your team's performance from this game, please.
We ran into a well-oiled machine. Serbia is a good team. They shot 17 for 32 from the three, 53%, 69 from the two. They execute. They rarely turn over the ball. And you see, they got shot making at every position. That's a tough guard. So kudos to them. We competed to the end for 40 minutes, and I'm proud of my guys. They never laid down, and they competed, and they showed spirit, competitive spirit, and that's what it's about. You win some, you lose some, but we'll fight for another day. So,
thank you, Coach. I'd like to open up questions for both Kwani Kwani and Coach Royal Ivy. Yes.
First question to Coach. This was a tough game played, but what do you think went wrong, and what were the biggest challenges faced by the team?
I can't really tell you what went wrong right now. I got to watch the film, but I can tell you for the most part, I think in the first half, the points from turnovers, they had 15, and we went in the half down 17. So we turned over the ball, and they kind of slowed us down. We were really stagnant with the ball. When we got stops, we walked the ball up the court, and we didn't get into offense. Karlik has been playing hellacious basketball. He only had 3 points, so that's a big factor right there. They shut him down, and they stuck to their game plan.
To Kwani, what are you going to take away from this experience?
Yeah, I think for us and our guys, the biggest thing we can take away from this is just knowing that this is the level that we need to be at, and we got to go back, improve, get better. Watch this tape and just know that. For us to be one of the best teams in the world, we have to be able to play at that level and compete at that level. We've shown that we can compete, but, there's a lot of room for improvement, and I think that's what we're going to take away from it. Just find ways to get better and improve.
Good evening, everybody. Cesare Minanti from Europe. I have a question for Coach. We saw how important Karlik Jones has been for you guys in the first two games. So how difficult it was for you, and which adjustment did you try to put when you saw that Serbia was trying to double up him and to contain him in the first part of the game? Thank you.
Well, they basically they took him out the game. They denied him. They topped him. They put two on the ball. It was tough for him to make plays. At the end of the day, they watch film just like we watch film, and they had a, they had a game plan for Karlik Jones. He's been impressive in the last two games, and their game plan worked. They frustrated him, just throwing two people at him and just making it hard. And I got to look at the tape again, like I said, to help Karlik get in better positions to be able to help the team.
My name is Dennis from MTN TV Plus. Coach, I noticed that when Achoth came in, he had an impact around the paint and him and Kaman. So is this a strategy that we're going to use going forward, to use more of our bigs? And then for Kwani, what message do you have for the people back home? And again, going forward, what's the spirit?
I think when DA came in, we changed our coverage. We went 1 through 5 red, and we just switched everything. That kind of took away the threes. We should have went to that earlier. But our guys weren't up enough when they were shooting threes. That these guys have range. Bogdanovic is an NBA player. He has unlimited range. So is Jovic, if I said that correctly. He was 9 for 9, 5 for 5 from the three-point line. So at the end of the day, we needed to run him off the three-point line, and we couldn't do that. He was in rhythm, and he was just shooting over our guys. So once shooters get in rhythm, it's hard to stop them. It's hard to put the fire out. And like I said, I give kudos to Serbia. That's a great team right there.
For message to our people back home is, just continue to stay with us and, trust in us, believe in us. As you saw out there, win or lose, everybody was still cheering, everybody was still happy. And, I think, that's what it takes. They never really put us down. They know it's our first time here. They're going to continue to support us. And I think for them, it's just keep bringing that same energy. The tournament is not over. We still have a long way to go. Young, inexperienced team. But we're going to continue to get better. That's one thing that we can, promise them, that we'll continue to work hard, get better, but just keep being the same loud, best fans out there.
Coach, good evening. Coach, there's a possibility that you'll be facing the host team. Just your general impressions about the Philippines.
You got to ask me that question at 10:30. Still, if China wins, we might be in. So,
Okay, Coach.
I mean,
This is actually for both of us, if you want to share any thoughts. We've been talking to people around the team and to players or supporters, and we all know how what you guys did here, and hopefully we'll still do. It's bigger than basketball, so anything you want to share around that, and especially also having potentially the goal of the Olympics still as a target. What does it mean for you guys? Because, again, we know it's bigger than just X and O's in basketball, so if you can speak to that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I think for us as a country, the reason why this is so important and, it means a lot is because we have, so much division, a lot of trouble, a lot of conflict, going on in our country. And, whenever the basketball team plays, it's literally the one time where everybody comes together, put their tribe, there's no more tribes, there's no, I'm from so-and-so region, everyone's literally wearing the same flag, and that's South Sudan. As you can see, everybody out there, you cannot really identify, you can't say this person is from so-and-so region, we're literally one, and that's literally what, this basketball team stands for, literally stands for unity, a pathway for peace, development in the country, and just a way to change the narrative. And so for us, that's why it's, it's so much more, so much bigger than basketball. And we're going to continue to do our best and, use that as a tool to promote the image of our country.
yeah, through basketball, we use that vessel for peace and changing the narrative in the country. Everybody's watching us, so they come together, they unite, and through basketball, we share the vision of camaraderie, friendship, love, sportsmanship, togetherness, and that's what my players emulate every day when they step out on that court. The togetherness, the unity, the family,
Question for the coach. You coach in the NBA. You saw these players today. Apart from the NBA players Bogdanovic and Jovic, do you think some other Serbian players could make it in the biggest league in the world?
I mean, yeah. I mean, shooting is at a premium, and everybody on the roster can shoot threes from distance. They execute at a high level. They understand the game. They understand spacing. They understand the tempo. Like I said, it's a well-oiled machine, and it's a lot of continuity. So shooting is at a high premium in the NBA as well. So, yeah, I could see some of these guys playing in the NBA.
Thank you very much, Coach Royal Ivy and Kwani, and all the best in your next games.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the post-game press conference of the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup matchup between Serbia and South Sudan. Currently with Serbia's head coach Svetislav Pesic and player Bogdan Bogdanovic. We'll get opening statement from player and coach. We'll have time for questions in English first, and then we'll have a bit more time afterwards for questions in Serbian. Bogdan, excellent win. Great job topping the group. Just an opening statement from your team's performance from this game, please.
Thank you very much. It was the result doesn't say that, but it was very physical, demanding game for us, very tough game, and the toughest we played in a group. And I'm just happy and proud that we won, and we showed the character at the end. And for us, we are happy with the result right now, but the tournament just starting for us.
Thank you, Bogdan. Coach, great win for your team. Just an opening statement from your perspective on your team's performance, please.
Okay, excellent attitude for our team. Congratulations from first until the end, for first minute until the end of the game. High concentration, especially in transition defense. Would say, Bogdan. We played against one very physical team, excellent athletic, offensive rebound, very clear concept, very clear offensive concept, and for us was a very interesting game, and no more, no less important is not only what I say before. I repeat one more time, for us is always this is official game. This is World Champion Cup. Or it's important to win every game, but it's same is important to see, to use this game to improve our individual and team form. I think tonight was very good concentration in both sides of the court, and we are everybody happy. We expect next important game.
Thank you, Coach. I'd like to open up the press for questions in English first, and then we will have time later for questions in Serbian. Cesare, please.
Good evening, everybody. Cesare Minanti, Ropes. I have a question for both Coach and Bogdan. On Friday, you're facing Italy, which is becoming a classic between the two national teams. I would like to have a comment from you both on what to expect from the game. Thank you.
I expect to be a very difficult game, very good game for the fans, and another game against Italy. We know each other very well, and I think it's going to be a very good game.
So 5 or 10 minutes ago, we finished the game. If we don't think about Italy in the moment, maybe tomorrow we will talk about to analyze how we should play against Italy. And about our game against Italy, we can talk eventually tomorrow or on the day of the game.
Good evening, Coach. Ivan from Dagat, Philippines. Nikola Jovic had a perfect game tonight. He was 9 for 9 tonight. So what was the specific game plan for him for tonight? What did you tell him?
What is specific?
What was your game plan for Nikola Jovic? He was perfect, like 9 for 9. What did you tell him?
I say to him, if you are alone, take decision. Don't hesitate. If you are alone, take the shot. If you have defense, penetrate to the basket. And he's very talented guy. He has very good feeling in one-to-one game. And he is young, and the most important is not what I say to him. The most important is that he has support for the teammates, and teammates support him, and he believe him, and this is the most important.
Any more questions in English from English press for Coach Pesic? Yep, go.
I have one more, but this time for Bogdan. You had 9 assists tonight, so what was the reason why you decided to play more of a facilitator this time?
I think we played that way, and they played that type of the defense on me, and I was just reading the game. That's it.
Yes, hi. We know that basketball in recent Serbian history has meant a lot, especially during tough times. Today you faced a team that is uniting an entire country, and in the stands there were a lot of South Sudanese fans from all over the world. So what are your thoughts about that?
We know South Sudan is the first time in the World Cup, and I mean, they show that they love their country and the way they play. They have a character inside of the team, and they're happy to be here. And they didn't came here just as a tourists. You know, they came to compete. So I think that's going to raise the level of basketball in their country.
Any more questions in English for Bogdan Bogdanovic and Coach Pesic? Okay. I'd like to open up now for questions from the Serbian press.
Dobro večer, Nebojša Todorović, Nova.rs. Čestitke na prolasku u drugu fazu. Bogdane, sjajna utakmica. Da li je dobro što smo pobeđivali ovoliko, sa ovolikom razlikom ekipe u prvoj fazi, ili to možda može da bude neka opomena? Pitanje za selektora. Aleks Avramović i Filip Petrušev nisu igrali. Da li je to predostrožnost ili je samo neka prilika da ipak ne igraju zbog situacije zdravstvene u kojoj su? Hvala.
Pa mislim, igra se zbog rezultata, naravno, a nije da mi sad gađamo koga ćemo koliko da dobijemo. Igramo košarku i nekad su utakmice teže i mi smo svesni toga da će naredne utakmice biti teže i zahtevnije i radimo na tome i sad je ovako i spremni smo u nastavku da igramo i tesnije završnice.
Any more questions? Yep.
Dobro večer, Nikola Vujić, Sportska centrala. Pitanje za selektora Pešića. Koliko ste zadovoljni, koliko ste uspeli da rasporedite minutažu za nosioce igre, s obzirom na to da Aleksa i Filip nisu bili dostupni večeras?
Ne raspoređujemo mi minutažu. Mi imamo uvek game plan, postavljamo zadatke kako u odbrani, tako i u napadu, postavljamo individualne zadatke i pokušavamo da se držimo toga. Tako da ne raspoređujem ja minute, niti sam to ikada do sada radio, nego gledamo koliko možemo da ispratimo svi zajedno, i ja kao trener i igrači sa mnom zajedno i obrnuto, da ono što postavimo pred utakmicu, da to probamo da sprovedemo. Naravno da uvek ne ide to kako smo mi zamislili, jer na drugoj strani imamo i protivnika koji isto se priprema za nas, tako da za nas je mnogo važno pre svega da imamo plan šta bi želeli na ovoj ili onoj utakmici da uradimo i da probamo da naše noseće igrače ubacimo tamo gde su oni najbolji. I to znači i u napadu i odbranu. I da to je to. Inače, što se tiče minute, ja pravo da vam kažem, to ne gledam. Jedino, ako nekad igrač zatraži da se malo odmori, onda ga mi izmenimo, pa on ponovo dođe i to je to.
Yeah, here please.
Poštovanje selektore, čestitke na pobedi. Ova prva faza je završena uspešno sa 3 pobjede, pa evo ako možete da nam kažete kojim segmentima ste vi lično zadovoljni i šta je ono na što bismo trebali da obratimo pažnju za naredne meče?
Sa svim sam zadovoljan, a i sa svim delovima naše igre moramo da rastemo, znači svuda i u napadu i odbrani i box-outu i u pomaganju u odbrani i preuzimanju. Recimo danas je bila stvarno jedna izvanredna, najvećim delom utakmice je bila odbrana 1 na 1 izvanredna. Znači, igrači su preuzeli odgovornost, bili su svesni da moraju da igramo protiv jedne atletske ekipe koja ne respektuje nikoga. Videli ste odakle su oni uzimali šuteve i kako su to pogađali. Ali zahvaljujući tom nekom, da tako kažem, individualnom pristupu i odgovornosti, pre svega u 1 na 1 odbrani, mi smo uspeli da dobijemo i timsku odbranu. Tako da to trebamo da nastavimo i dalje. Timska odbrana, koncept odbrane, sve je to važno, ali sve počinje ipak od odbrane na playmakeru, a završava se od odbrane na visokim igračima. Tako da je mnogo važno da svi mi postavimo takvu igru gde se naši igrači najbolje osjećaju, a i da napravimo takav match-up u odbrani gde oni mogu da dođu do izražaja.
Question over there first.
Dobroveče ili dobar dan, Nikola Stojković, Mocar Sport, čestitam na pobedi. Selektore, da preformulišem pitanje prethodno od kolege, nevezano za Petruševa i Avramovića, ali koliko ste vi zadovoljni činjenicom da eto kroz ove utakmice ste mogli da, tako kažem, dobijete i da razigrate veći broj igrača, da dobijemo dobre minute i od Dobrića i od Avramovića, Vanje, Gudurića, Ristića, da dobijemo, da kažem, tu neku i napadačku širinu uz, naravno, kvalitetnu odbranu.
Koliko sam zadovoljan? Pa već sam rekao, zadovoljan sam, naravno, ja sam manje više govorio o toj odbrani, evo vidite, naša 2 najiskusnija igrača koliko su napravila asistencija, kako to ne može da budeš nezadovoljan. Znači, tim se razvija, tim želi da sarađuje između sebe i to je najvažnija stvar. Mi smo, kako god okrenuli, mi smo ipak nova ekipa. Imamo Bogdana, imamo i ovog našeg Stefana Jovića, koji znaju, oni su već igrali zajedno, ali nisu igrali sa svim ostalima. Tako da mi se tražimo i najvažnije je da oni između sebe sarađuju i već sam o tome govorio, trening je važan, ali je još važnije šta se dešava pre treninga i nakon treninga ili pre utakmice i nakon utakmice, ta komunikacija između igrača, šta ja volim, šta ne volim, šta mi prija, šta mi ne prija, volio bi da ovako da odigraš za mene ili ja za tebe, to je mnogo važno u smislu, da tako kažemo, igravanja. Mislim da smo tu na dobrom putu, na dobrom smo putu, bez obzira što pobedi nikad ne treba igri da se gleda u zube. Mi smo pobedili ovde, to su dobre pobede i ostavili smo dobar utisak i ono što je najvažnije, kroz te pobede se diže i samopouzdanje igrača i naravno, tako da mi idemo dalje. Nije ovo sad što je Bogdan rekao, ovo je početak kako ovdje krenemo, ali ne samo za nas, nego za sve učesnike ovog svetskog prvenstva.
Dobar dan za Bogdana, Nikola Lalović-Mondo. Sada je pomenuo selektor da je osim treninga mnogo bitno i to pre i posle treninga, pa eto, vi kao kapiten, šta ekipa radi pre i posle treninga da bi bila bolja?
Spava. Ne mogu da ih probudim. Spava i sanja. Jel tako?
Tako je.
Manje više. imamo da ne odemo da sad počne pres konferencija pa da odemo dajte molim vas da se šta radimo. Prvo imamo izvanredne uslove.
Thank you very much to...
Izvanredni smo uslovi u hotelu, imamo apsolutno izvanredne uslove za trening, sve je na visokom nivou. Znači, apsolutna organizacija za sada je super. Igrači imaju dobre krevete, ja se raspitao, razgovarao sam s igračima, da li da menjamo krevete, kaže ne, kreveti su odlični, kad legnemo, spavamo u komadu. I najbolja regeneracija je upravo dobar san. Tako da i ove utakmice koje nas sada očekuju, najbolje je bilo da što pre se završi ova pres konferencija i da odemo što pre u krevet, da se lepo odmorimo za sutrašnji dan, ali nema problema ako moramo da ostanemo do ujutru ovde, tu smo.
Thank you very much to Coach Svetislav Pesic and Bogdan Bogdanovic. All the best to you both. Laku noć.